हर घर में आपका टच है। लेकिन इस समय सर एक और सवाल आता है, क्योंकि जो 1990s में हुआ भारतीय मार्केट के साथ, वो एक डर बना हुआ है लोगों के जहन में कि ऐसा फिर तो नहीं हो जाएगा, कहीं कुछ गड़बड़ तो नहीं हो जाएगी। तो इसके लिए हम कितने प्रतिबद्ध हैं, क्योंकि आज हम देख रहे हैं ये फ़ोन जो हमारे हाथ में है, इसको कोई हैक कर लेता है, कोई
Pakistan bites the dust against Afghan forces. Tanks captured, banners hoisted, Pakistan army bleeds. How the Pakistan sabotage of the Afghan ceasefire has backfired. Debating tonight at 8 p.m.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद ये ही तो है इसकी खास बात।
वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है?
अरे मेरी राजा,
Living my best life. Mindfully crafted home decor fabrics. Sansar, a D-Decor brand. Live consciously.
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
दुर्गेश जी, दवाइयों से मुझे याद आता है कि एक क्षण आपकी लाइफ में ऐसा था कि आप इतने डिप्रेशन में थे, कमरे में बंद कर लिया था और दवाइयाँ ही खाते थे। वो फेज क्या था और वो इतना हाई लेवल का डिप्रेशन?
फिर वही बोलता हूँ मैम कि प्रेम सफल हो जाइएगा, पर प्रेम का सिलेबस कहाँ है? प्रेम की ट्रेनिंग कौन देगा? जब किसी लड़की को बोलते हैं देखिए मैं आपको पसंद करता हूँ, और वो बोलती है मैं नहीं पहचानती, उस समय जो पुरुष अस्तित्व पर आघात होता है और उसका जो दर्द है वो मैं संभाल ही नहीं पाया, ब्रेकडाउन हो गया।
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Very good evening, viewers. You're watching 6 Stories at 6. I'm Shivangi Shukla getting you the latest. And these are the top stories we're tracking right now. India stands its ground and counters Trump's toll claims on Russian oil. Gen Z protests erupt in Peru. Protests against corruption and wave of crimes. Battle for Bihar gets intense. BJP slams RJD for Mafia Alliance. PM Modi's mega Andhra push launches projects worth over 13,000 crores. Tensions rise at JNU campus. Clashes leave many students injured. And Mamata's break the dam comments stir controversy. And we want to start with the top story we're tracking for you right now. And Donald Trump is saying that PM Modi has assured him India will stop buying oil from Russia, calling it a big step to isolate Moscow. The MEA, however, has flat out rejected Trump's claims, saying that PM Modi and Trump did not even hold any phone call yesterday. But New Delhi has stood its ground, saying import policies are guided by energy interest, and India has repeatedly made it very clear our foreign policy is independent. We act in national interest, not under any foreign pressure. Here's a detailed story. Take a look.
Another big claim from US President Donald Trump. This time, he insisted that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has assured him that India will stop buying oil from Russia. Trump called it part of his push to choke Moscow's energy revenues and force a change in the Ukraine war.
Modi is a great man. That he loves Trump. Now, I don't know if the word love, I don't want you to take that any different. I don't want to destroy his political career, okay? But you have to understand, I've watched India for years. It's an incredible country. And every single year you'd have a new leader. I mean, some would be in there for a few months. And this was year after year after year. And my friend has been there now for a long time. And he's assured me there will be no oil purchased from Russia. I don't know, maybe that's a breaking story. Can I say that? Would you say? There will be no oil. He's not buying his oil from Russia. It started. You know, you can't do it immediately. It's a little bit of a process. But the process is going to be over with soon. And all we want from President Putin is stop this. Stop killing.
However, India has set the record straight, saying that imports are guided by energy needs. India said that its import policies are guided entirely to safeguard the interests of the Indian consumer in a volatile energy scenario.
Brazilian-Indian relation has been described today as strategic. Does it become more strategic in the moment that the US is slapping tariffs over...
Our friendships
50%?
are not determined by other factors, so I don't think that makes any difference.
The Russian ambassador to India has also responded to Trump's claims, saying Russia and India's cooperation in energy is aligned.
The Indian side will continue to import Russian energy, the Russian oil.
This is the question to the Indian government. So, Indian government is, as I said, having in mind the interests, the national interests of this country in the first place. And our cooperation in energy is very much in tune of those interests.
India's stand has been consistent since the Ukraine conflict began. Oil policy is not decided in Washington or Moscow. It's decided in New Delhi, based on energy security and economic stability. And while Trump may claim Prime Minister Modi gave him assurances, but India remains firm. Strategic autonomy is not up for negotiation. Whether it's Moscow, Washington, or Beijing, India engages on its own terms, guided by national interest, not global noise.
And viewers, a Gen Z protest has rocked Peru's capital Lima. Protests are escalating in the capital city Lima, with young demonstrators, students, and urban workers taking to the streets. Tear gas has been deployed by security forces in an effort to disperse the crowds. The Gen Z say they are frustrated with political corruption, economic hardship, and an escalating crime wave. Take a look.
Peru's capital Lima is witnessing huge anger blowout once again by Gen Z students and urban workers. The violent protest against political class and corruption came days after former President Dina Boluarte was impeached and Peru's interim president Jose Ari took over. Security forces clashed with protesters in the anti-government protest, leaving several officers injured. 55 police officers along with the 20 civilians were injured as thousands of people rallied across Congress headquarters in Lima. The demonstration occurred less than a week after Jose Ari's new government took office, highlighting rising political tensions. Earlier on 20th of September, protests began in Peru against the administration of Dina Boluarte and the Congress of Peru. At least 19 protesters were injured in marches held in Lima on 27th and 28th of September. Protesters had also thrown stones and other missiles and were dispersed by tear gas and rubber bullets fired by the police. The stir was ignited after the legislature passed a law requiring young adults to join a private pension fund despite many facing a precarious working environment. Groups of protesters threw stones and Molotov cocktails at police, with officers firing tear gas in response. Unrest has been brewing for months in Peru, fueled by a wave of organized crime and extortion cases. Meanwhile, Peru's new president, Jose Arias, scrambled to assemble a new government after taking office in a hope to restore political stability and calm in the country. The 38-year-old took office after his predecessor, Dina Boluarte, was ousted in an overnight congressional session. Congress voted to remove the deeply unpopular leader for moral incapacity after mounting public anger and protests over a surge in crime that has seen extortion and murders skyrocket.
And viewers, the stage is set and the political temperature is rising in Bihar. As parties finalize their candidates and leaders hit the ground, the NDA and the RJD camps are locked in a war of words ahead of the crucial assembly polls. Meanwhile, controversy also has erupted over RJD giving gangster Mohammad Shahabuddin's son Osama a ticket from Raghunathpur. The BJP calls it a mafia alliance and urges voters to oppose it. Here's a full story. The battleground is set in Bihar. Today, the Janata Dal United released its second list of 44 candidates, completing ticket distribution for all its 101 seats in the upcoming Bihar assembly polls. Under the NDA seat-sharing agreement, CM Nitish Kumar is also on ground, heading to Samastipur and Darbhanga, areas that have been key strongholds for the JDU, to formally kick off the party's poll campaign. Meanwhile, Jan Shakti Janata Dal chief Tej Pratap Yadav filed his nomination from Mahua. Conducting a roadshow after his nomination, Tej Pratap Yadav spoke exclusively to Republic.
क्या प्रतिक्रिया है सर? आप दादी का फोटो लेके जा रहे हैं?
हाँ, तो मेरी दादी हैं तो इनका फोटो लेके जा रहे हैं।
माता पिता
माता सब इनके पुत्र हैं, पुत्री हैं।
तो माता पिता का आशीर्वाद की कमी खल रही है।
सबसे बड़ा आशीर्वाद इनका है। इनसे बड़ा आशीर्वाद और किसी का नहीं हो सकता।
फिर भी तेजस्वी यादव आपके छोटे भाई नामांकन में पहुंचे थे, माता पिता भी थे, उनकी कमी खल रही है।
हमारे साथ कोई कमी नहीं खल रहा, कोई कमी नहीं। हमारी माता
महुआ में कड़ी टक्कर आप देख रहे हैं या अपना पुराना घर में आप वापस आ गए, आपको लग रहा है?
हाँ, महुआ मेरा घर है।
चलिए, ऑटो में सवार हो गए, ये अलग अंदाज है तेज प्रताप जी का।
Meanwhile, controversy has erupted after former RJD MP Mohammad Shahabuddin's son Osama Shahab was given a ticket from Raghunathpur. The current RJD MLA from the seat, Hari Shankar Yadav, has stepped aside to support Osama's candidature, a move that has sparked criticism from the BJP.
जंगल राज वालों ने, भ्रष्टाचारियों ने किसको टिकट दिया है? बाहुबलियों के, गुंडों के बेटों को, जिनके अतीक अहमद से संपर्क हैं या बाकी जगह तार जुड़े हुए हैं। क्या बिहार को वापस जंगल राज बनाने की सोच रहे हैं लालू प्रसाद यादव जी? बिहार के लोग कभी स्वीकार नहीं करेंगे। बिहार की जनता विकास के साथ जुड़ना चाहती है।
Senior BJP leader Ravi Shankar Prasad slammed the RJD, saying the decision exposes the true face behind Tejasvi Yadav's New Bihar slogan.
सुनने में आया है कि सिवान के बहुत चर्चित स्वर्गीय शाहबुद्दीन के बेटे को लड़वाया जा रहा है। निर्णय हो गया है, घोषणा नहीं हो रही, लेकिन निर्णय पक्का ऐसा सुनने में आया है। तो क्या संदेश दे रहे हैं आप? बिहार में उसी खौफ को लाना चाहते हैं? जब शाहबुद्दीन साहब के ऊपर पूरा लालू प्रसाद का हाथ होता था तो सिवान में क्या पत्रकार, क्या आम आदमी घुसना मुश्किल था, क्या हिंदू, क्या मुसलमान, सभी मारे जाते थे। हम सभी जानते हैं, हम लोग कितनी बार गए थे सिवान जांच करने के लिए। तो उनके बेटे को लाया जा रहा है और बात करें हम नया बिहार बनाएंगे।
UP CM Yogi Adityanath too took aim at the RJD Congress alliance, alleging that they are planning vote chori in Bihar using burqas.
अब बिहार में विकास की इस दौड़ में बिहार की इस नई प्रतिस्पर्धा को बाधित करने के लिए फिर से आरजेडी और कांग्रेस में और उनके सहयोगी दलों में, इंडी गठबंधन में फिर से एक उन्होंने शरारत शुरू की है और वह शरारत शुरू की है विकास बनाम बुर्के का। जब भी बिहार विकास के बारे में चर्चा कर रहा है तब यहां पर बुर्के को लेकर के कांग्रेस ने, आरजेडी ने नई बहस को आगे बढ़ाने का कुत्सित प्रयास किया है। आप मुझे बताइए, क्या इनको फर्जी पोलिंग करने का अधिकार दिया जाना चाहिए? क्या यहां पर विदेशी घुसपैठियों को आकर के बिहार के गरीबों का घर
Getting some breaking updates coming in right now, viewers. And a third shooting at Kapil Sharma's cafe in Canada. We're coming to know that firing again at comedian Kapil Sharma's cafe. Lawrence Bishnoi gang is again taking responsibility for that firing. Third shooting being reported at Kapil Sharma's cafe in Canada. Remember, already two times we have seen a similar incident. Third shooting being reported. Just taking you back to what happened in August. In August was the second firing which was reported within a month. And after that, a third shooting in the latest has been reported at Kapil Cafe. The third time in Canada. This is what we see right now, viewers. We are getting these updates coming in on Republic TV. And once again, it looks like the Lawrence Bishnoi gang is taking responsibility for the firing which has happened at that cafe. Earlier, we have seen that 25 shots were fired at Kapil Sharma's Canada cafe, and a second firing was reported in August. Now, a third shooting has been reported in Canada. We'll try to get our viewers more updates coming in the story, but already we saw last time that Lawrence Bishnoi had claimed responsibility for the attack, and once again, Lawrence Bishnoi is claiming responsibility for the attack. Viewers, let's move ahead right now. PM Modi landed in Andhra Pradesh's Kurnool to roll out mega projects worth over 13,000 crore. After seeking blessings at the temple, he inaugurated and laid the foundation stones across power, industry, transport and defense sectors. This comes as a major development push for Andhra Pradesh. Take a look. Prime Minister Modi arrived in Kurnool today, Andhra Pradesh, in a high-stakes visit to flag off a massive infrastructure and industrial drive. He received a grand welcome as he arrived. At the airport, PM Modi was warmly received by the Governor S. Abdul Nazir, CM N. Chandrababu Naidu, Deputy CM Pawan Kalyan and other dignitaries. The PM visited the Mallikarjuna temple at Sri Salam, offering prayers. He also visited the Sri Shivaji Spurti Kendra Memorial Complex, which features a meditation hall and models of 4 historic forts dedicated in memory of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. The mega infrastructure pipeline launched by PM Modi is impressive. New power line at Kurnool to carry more green energy, new industrial parks to bring jobs and investment, new 6-lane highway and better roads across Andhra Pradesh, more railway lines and flyovers to ease travel, and new defense factory and gas pipeline projects were launched. Addressing a rally, PM Modi said that Andhra Pradesh is the center of science and innovation.
कल जब मैं गूगल के सीईओ से बात कर रहा था, उन्होंने मुझे कहा कि अमेरिका के बाहर दुनिया के कई देशों में हमारा निवेश है, लेकिन सबसे ज्यादा निवेश अब हम आंध्र में करने जा रहे हैं। इस नए एआई हब में पावरफुल एआई इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, data center capacity, large-scale energy sources और expanded fiber optic network शामिल है। साथियों, गूगल के इस AI हब इन्वेस्टमेंट में एक नया इंटरनेशनल सबसी गेटवे बनाया जाएगा। इसमें कई इंटरनेशनल सबसी केबल्स शामिल होंगे जो भारत के ईस्टर्न कोस्ट पर विशाखापट्टनम तक पहुंचेगी।
PM Modi's Kurnool visit marks a bold development push for Andhra's interior belt. These projects are poised to pivot Andhra Pradesh into a new growth corridor. And we have in Darjeeling, West Bengal CM Mamata Banerjee has fired another salvo, this time at the centre in India's dam infrastructure. She accuses the central agencies of neglecting dredging for decades, viewers, and that then said that if it's not done, just break the dams. The comments have triggered shock and questions about whether she even understands how dams work. Here's the full story.
From the hills of Darjeeling, Mamata Banerjee has dropped a political bombshell. She lashed out at the centre for what she called 20 years of criminal neglect towards maintaining dams across eastern India. Her charge? No dredging at Mathon, DVC, Panchet, Farakka and Haldia dams. And then the line that is making headlines. If you don't dredge, just break the dam.
আমি জলে টাকা জলে ঢালতে রাজি নই, যেটা পার্মানেন্ট সলিউশন হবে। এক তো ভুটানের জল কমাতে হবে, যেই আমাদের দায়িত্বে যাক না কেন আমি সিএসকে বলবো তাকে বলতে হবে আমাদের সব ভেঙে গেছে, ওদেরও আমাদের হেল্প করতে হবে। দুই হচ্ছে আমাদের বেঙ্গলের মেম্বার রাখতে হবে। তিন হচ্ছে ওদের বাঁধের জল যাতে আমাদের এখানে ঢুকে নর্থ বেঙ্গলকে ডোবাতে না পারে, তার জন্য একটা ওয়ে আউট বের করতে হবে। ড্যাম রেখে দিয়েছে কেন? যার এলাকায় জল নেই তার এলাকায় গ্রীষ্মকালে জল সরবরাহ করবার জন্য। আর গ্রীষ্মকালে আমি যদি জল চাই পাবো না, আর বর্ষাকালে তোমরা জল ছেড়ে দেবে আমাদের বাংলায়। তুমি ড্রেজিংটা তো কমসে কম করো, আর ড্রেজিং যদি না করো তাহলে ড্যামের প্রয়োজন নেই, ভেঙে দাও ড্যাম।
Mathon, DVC, Panchet and Farakka, these are not just dams, these are critical national assets, controlling irrigation, power and flood management. But Mamata's casual call to break dams has implications. This can even amount to instigation to damage public property, which is a criminal offence. Her words reek of recklessness. She blamed Bhutan for releasing excess water into the Duars region, flooding North Bengal and damaging farmland. Mamata has long accused dam authorities of triggering artificial floods in Bengal by releasing water in the monsoon, while she says failing to supply water in summer. However, the central agencies say water releases follow strict protocols and that dredging proposals have been reviewed multiple times. While dredging can help prevent floods, Mamata's demand to break dams reflect a fundamental lack of understanding on how these systems work. Breaking a dam is not rhetoric, it is a national security matter. These are classified installations governed by strict safety laws. But for Mamata Banerjee, it is yet another line in a sting of irresponsible and ignorant statements.
And viewers, that's all we have on 6 Stories at 6. But do not go anywhere. We will be back. We will go live and breaking. Keep watching India's #1 news channel, Republic TV.
Lalu's party feels Shahabuddin's son for election. Republic Shahabuddin files back in focus. RJD's hand with Jungle Raj, waiting tonight at 9 p.m.
Some places feel like they've been waiting for you.
where every piece speaks of legacy, from diamonds that celebrate ambition to festive gold that honors tradition. LD Sons.
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
Living my best life.
Mindfully crafted home decor fabrics. Sansar, a D-Decor brand. Live consciously.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा।
Bliss weaves the magic of warmth into a cold day. Experience bliss in all its forms with Hindware. Hindware, designed for bliss.
Living my best life.
Mindfully crafted home decor fabrics. Sansar, a D-Decor brand. Live consciously.
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
भारत की अपनी दुकान, इंडिया सोना,
अपने देश का सामान, इंडिया सोना, इंडिया सोना,
इंडिया सोना।
ऑपरेशन सिंदूर के दौरान 20 मिनट के अवधि में 40 करोड़ अटैक आए थे, खाली हमारी वेबसाइट को बंद करने के लिए, जिससे एक मोरल विक्ट्री मिले। ऐसा नहीं कि हम लोग वेबसाइट के जरिए ट्रेडिंग करते हैं, हम तो वेबसाइट के जरिए इन्फॉर्मेशन देते हैं। ट्रेडिंग तो अलग तरीके से होता है।
सर, मैं इसलिए आपसे एक महत्वपूर्ण सवाल करना चाहता हूं, क्योंकि आपने कहा कि बहुत सारे लोग आ रहे हैं और हर घर में आपका टच है, लेकिन इस समय सर एक और सवाल आता है, क्योंकि जो 1990s में हुआ भारतीय मार्केट के साथ, वो एक डर बना हुआ है लोगों के जहन में कि ऐसा फिर तो नहीं हो जाएगा, कहीं कुछ गड़बड़ तो नहीं हो जाएगी। तो इसके लिए हम कितने प्रतिबद्ध हैं? क्योंकि आज हम देख रहे हैं ये फ़ोन जो हमारे हाथ में है, इसको कोई हैक कर लेता है, कोई आप UPI पेमेंट करते हैं, आपका अकाउंट खाली हो जाता है, आपको कोई ऐसी लिंक्स आती हैं, आप क्लिक करते हैं, पैसे चले जाते हैं। तो इसके लिए हम कितने तैयार हैं? क्योंकि हमने कई ऐसी अभी हाल ही में सर मूवीज़ देखी हैं कि भारत के डिजिटल जो स्ट्रक्चर है उसे तोड़ने की कोशिश की जा रही है। तो हम कितने मजबूत हैं सर? लोगों को आप कैसे विश्वास दिलाएंगे?
नहीं, ये जैसे जैसे टेक्नोलॉजी आगे बढ़ेगी वैसे वैसे जो लोग आप पे अटैक करते हैं देश में और खुद को भी, वो भी इनफैक्ट क्रूक्स आर अहेड ऑफ अस। हमारे जो पुलिस है उससे ज़्यादा वो शातिर होते हैं, जो चोर होते हैं। तो कई बार मैं कहता हूँ कि जो देश की जो सीमाएं थी उसके लिए हमने आर्मी, नेवी, एयरफोर्स बिठाए और अंदर रक्षा करने के लिए पुलिस बिठाया। लेकिन आज हमारे मोबाइल में इंटरनेशनली हमको अटैक्स आते हैं, हमको फोन्स आते हैं कि ये स्टॉक में निवेश कर लो, या तो आपके
पास आते हैं सर फोन?
सभी को आते हैं। और उसमें आदमी जो बैठा हुआ है, वो जो फोन कर रहा है हिंदी में, शुद्ध हिंदी में बात कर, लेकिन म्यांमार में बैठा हो, म्यांमार चाइना की बॉर्डर पे, और आपके पैसे इंडिया के म्यूल अकाउंट में जाकर फिर नेपाल के जरिए चाइना में चले जाते हैं। तो ये पूरा
प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, delicious, healthy, every day.
Some places feel like they've been waiting for you, where every piece speaks of legacy, from diamonds that celebrate ambition to festive gold that honors tradition. LD Sons.
Living my best life.
Mindfully crafted home decor fabrics. Sansar, a D-Decor brand. Live consciously.
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला। MDH।
Bliss. It teases, it soothes, and sometimes speaks without words. Experience bliss in all its forms with Hindware. Hindware, designed for bliss.
Living my best life.
Mindfully crafted home decor fabrics. Sansar, a D-Decor brand. Live consciously.
भारत की अपनी दुकान, इंडिया सोना,
अपने देश का सामान, इंडिया सोना, इंडिया सोना।
कैसे होना।
दुर्गेश जी, दवाइयों से मुझे याद आता है कि एक क्षण आपकी लाइफ में ऐसा था कि आप इतने डिप्रेशन में थे, कमरे में बंद कर लिया था और दवाइयाँ ही खाते थे। वो फेज क्या था और वो इतना हाई लेवल का डिप्रेशन?
फिर वही बोलता हूँ मैम कि प्रेम सफल हो जाइएगा, पर प्रेम का सिलेबस कहाँ है? प्रेम की ट्रेनिंग कौन देगा? जब किसी लड़की को बोलते हैं देखिए मैं आपको पसंद करता हूँ और वो बोलती है मैं नहीं पहचानती, उस समय जो पुरुष अस्तित्व पर आघात होता है और उसका जो दर्द है वो मैं संभाल ही नहीं पाया, ब्रेकडाउन हो गया। और फिर भगवान की कृपा रही कि रॉबिन दास मेरे टीचर ने समझ लिया, उन्होंने तुरंत मुझे डॉक्टर को दिखाया, 2-3 गोली टपाटप ठीक हो गया।
और किसी का सवाल? अनामिका पांडे।
मैंने भूषण जी पिछले दिनों प्रहलाद चा का एक पॉडकास्ट किया था, तो उन
Lalu's party feels Shahabuddin's son for election. Republic Shahabuddin files back in focus. RJD's hand with Jungle Raj, waiting tonight at 9 p.m.
Trump goes after India's Russian oil imports. MEA immediately rebuts Trump's claims. Numbers don't lie, imports steady, India defiant. Debating tonight at 8:30 p.m.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
PM Modi in Andhra's Kurnool holds a roadshow set to launches projects worth rupees 13,430 crore. RJD feels gangster Mohammad Shahabuddin's son for Bihar polls.
Has been there now for a long time, and he's assured me there will be no oil purchased from Russia. I don't know, maybe that's a breaking story. Can I say that?
India responds to Trump's claim that PM Modi made a Russian oil promise, says India's interest is paramount.
Is, as I said, is acting having in mind the interests, the national interests of this country in the first place. And our cooperation in energy is very much in tune of those interests.
Russian envoy on Trump's oil claim says India-Russia energy ties in sync. Republic English, Hindi, Kannada and Bangla are firing up the ratings with super performance across languages and markets. Republic is unstoppable. Arnab Debate dominates ratings with 82.5% viewership. Others settle for single digits, unbeaten for 2 decades now. Channels that fought for Abhaya and led Sandesh Kholi coverage is Bengal's #1. Republic Bangla beats ABP to become the clear leader. Republic to host Forces First Defence Conclave on 18th of October. Chief of Army Staff will be the keynote speaker. Good evening, welcome to Republic. I'm Rhythm. Our top focus is going to be on our breaking news story. Kapil Sharma's Caps Cafe has once again been attacked for the third time in 3 months. After a firing incident outside the newly opened restaurant in Surrey, Canada in July, a similar incident was reported in mid-August. Now, on 16th of October, a third incident of firing has been reported outside the establishment. The Lawrence Bishnoi gang took responsibility for the latest firing incident reported at Caps Cafe in Surrey. Let me go across to my colleague Abhishek Kapoor, Senior Executive Editor, joining us now. Abhishek, extremely serious. The third time such an incident is happening. What is the provocation and what can really happen now?
Well, Rhythm, this is not just serious, it's preposterous and it's horrific that this is happening. I mean, if you listen to those net sounds, you realize what a scary picture it must have been at that time if someone was present. The fact that this happened in the dead of night is the only saving grace, and that really is reflective of the kind of lawlessness we are seeing in Canada. Effectively jungle raj, where it's easy to get weapon and these gangs to be really operating, having such a free reign. Of course, this has been impressed upon the Canadian side for a while now. It was falling on deaf ears so far as the Trudeau government was concerned. Now, of course, it's more receptive, and in fact, we are moving towards normalization with the ambassadors' exchange just 10 days back or a fortnight back. So obviously, things are sort of normalizing, Rhythm, but this is really reflective of the kind of indulgence we saw from the Canadian deep state with these very criminal elements who having committed crimes in India, having escaped to Canada, continuing to carry out their crimes. Remember, recently we had Disha Patni's residence targeted in Uttar Pradesh. All these gangs are connected and have the same area of operation. And now for Lawrence Bishnoi to, with such impunity, carry out this threat and claim it on his Facebook account and through a Facebook post, I think is reflective more of the situation insofar as law enforcement is concerned in Canada. Hopefully now, with Trudeau gone and a more receptive government there, Ottawa should be rather keen on clamping down and take whatever help they can take from India.
Yes, and Abhishek, the repeated involvement of Lawrence Bishnoi's gang raises alarms about the potential organized crime connections that are there targeting public figures abroad. This is also very critical. Like we said, we're extremely alarmed about this because these two people who shot at, like the NAT that we were showing, the natural sounds that we were showing, they were unmasked and they shot. They disclosed their names also here, Abhishek.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's about what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You know, if a free reign is allowed to Khalistani terrorists, then the system becomes malleable and amenable to any criminal activity. And remember, Rhythm, that the Khalistani network itself is built on the foundation of crime and mafia and drug cartels and whatnot. So effectively, if that is allowed, then as a corollary, these criminal gangs, Lawrence Bishnoi and others, including those who have been active in this belt, entire belt from Punjab to Rajasthan to Haryana to Uttar Pradesh, Western Uttar Pradesh, they get safe sanctuary and a safe haven through those criminal networks and porous arrangements that the deep state created for the Khalistani elements. I think it's it's connected at the hip, and the Canadian state would be, as I said, more receptive to India, hopefully from here on.
That's right. Thank you, Abhishek, for being with us. Viewers, we're once again going to show you this video that is being circulated. Multiple rounds are being fired at the cafe, which had only recently opened. Damage is sustained during the previous attacks also. A brazen act captured on video where these people have claimed responsibility. Watch this. And now we're moving to the biggest story of the day. When asked about US President Donald Trump's claims that Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi assured him of not buying oil from Russia, the breaking news coming in now. China has spoken up. Chinese Foreign Ministry and Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Lin Jian said China repeatedly stated its position on this issue. China's normal trade and energy cooperation with countries around the world, including Russia, is legitimate and lawful. Listen in. China's energy deals with Russia, legitimate is China's stand. Viewers, another tall claim from US President Donald Trump. He's saying Prime Minister Narendra Modi has assured him India will stop buying oil from Russia, calling it a big step to isolate Moscow. But New Delhi has not. India has repeatedly made it clear our foreign policy is independent. We act in national interest, not under foreign pressure. Watch on.
Another big claim from US President Donald Trump. This time, he insisted that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has assured him that India will stop buying oil from Russia. Trump called it part of his push to choke Moscow's energy revenues and force a change in the Ukraine war.
Modi is a great man. That he loves Trump. Now, I don't know if the word love, I don't want you to take that any different. I don't want to destroy his political career, okay? But you have to understand, I've watched India for years. It's an incredible country. And every single year you'd have a new leader. I mean, some would be in there for a few months. And this was year after year after year. And my friend has been there now for a long time. And he's assured me there will be no oil purchased from Russia. I don't know, maybe that's a breaking story. Can I say that? Would you say? There will be no oil. He's not buying his oil from Russia. It started. You know, you can't do it immediately. It's a little bit of a process. But the process is going to be over with soon. And all we want from President Putin is stop this. Stop killing.
However, India has set the record straight, saying that imports are guided by energy needs. India said that its import policies are guided entirely to safeguard the interests of the Indian consumer in a volatile energy scenario.
Brazilian-Indian relation has been described today as strategic. Does it become more strategic in the moment that the U.S. is slapping tariffs over...
Our friendships are not determined by other factors, so I don't think that makes any difference.
The Russian ambassador to India has also responded to Trump's claims, saying Russia and India's cooperation in energy is aligned.
The Indian side will continue to import Russian energy, the Russian oil.
This is the question to the Indian government. So, Indian government is, as I said, having in mind the interests, the national interests of this country in the first place. And our cooperation in energy is very much in tune of those interests.
India's stand has been consistent since the Ukraine conflict began. Oil policy is not decided in Washington or Moscow. It's decided in New Delhi, based on energy security and economic stability. And while Trump may claim Prime Minister Modi gave him assurances, but India remains firm. Strategic autonomy is not up for negotiation. Whether it's Moscow, Washington, or Beijing, India engages on its own terms, guided by national interest, not global noise.
A look at some national news in brief now.
Bharat 1 Minute, brought to you by Canara Bank. Together we can.
Sri Lankan Prime Minister Harini Amar Asurya called upon Indian External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar in New Delhi in a post on X. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar mentioned that the leaders met and discussed India's continued support to Sri Lanka and strengthening our cooperation in education and capacity building over the meeting. Brazilian Vice President Geraldo Alckmin met Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan as part of the former's three-day visit in India, aimed to provide an opportunity to review bilateral trade and investment, identifying new priority sectors, set a roadmap towards achieving the trade target, and further strengthen the multifaceted strategic partnership. A person identified as Shrikant, who works for a lawyer, was shot in Karwal Nagar area of northeast Delhi, has been admitted to GTB hospital. Thus, doctors attending have reported his condition to be stable. According to the Delhi police, further investigation is underway. The Karnataka cabinet on Thursday has decided to bring rules to check RSS activities from taking out march on the roads or holding events in government places. The decision was taken based on Karnataka Information Technology and Biotechnology Minister Priyank Kharge's letter to the Chief Minister Siddaramaiah seeking a ban on RSS activities and its affiliated organizations. Viewers, the other top focus, Amit Shah has emphasized India's commitment to tackling fugitives, stating that the country is strengthening its laws and ecosystem to ensure no offender escapes justice.
किसी भी प्रकार के भगोड़ों को इसके पीछे दो चीजों का कॉम्बिनेशन उनको पकड़ने के लिए बहुत अनिवार्य होता है, एश्योरेंस और इकोसिस्टम। एश्योरेंस ये एक प्रकार से उनके मन में एक एश्योरेंस है कि कानून के हाथ हम तक नहीं पहुंच सकते हैं, वो एश्योरेंस को खत्म करना। कई सारे राज्यों ने भी छोटे मोटे प्रयोग किए हैं, मगर सीबीआई हमारे यहाँ प्रत्यार्पण के लिए नामित एजेंसी है। हमने सीबीआई के सहयोग से हर राज्य ने एक यूनिट अपने यहाँ खड़ा करना पड़ेगा, जो राज्य में अपराध कर भागे हुए भगोड़ों को वापिस लेने की एक तंत्र की संरचना करे। सीबीआई ने अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर भगोड़ों को पकड़ने के लिए एक विशेष ग्लोबल ऑपरेशन सेंटर स्थापित किया है, जो दुनिया भर की पुलिस से रियल टाइम समन्वय स्थापित कर रहा है। साथ ही रेड नोटिस प्रकाशन, अभी आंकड़े सीबीआई डायरेक्टर ने बताए, मगर 2025 जनवरी से सितंबर तक 190 से ज्यादा रेड नोटिस इश्यू हुए हैं। वो सीबीआई की स्थापना से अब तक सबसे ज्यादा है। यही बताता है कि हम अगर व्यवस्था करते हैं तो इससे हमें बहुत फायदा होता है। ऑपरेशन त्रिशूल के तहत भी बहुत अच्छी कार्यवाही हुई और उसके नतीजे भी मिले हैं। और इसी प्रकार से भारत पोल, इसकी संरचना से हमें जब से लॉन्च हुआ तब से जनवरी 25 से अब तक बहुत अच्छे नतीजे प्राप्त हुए हैं।
Lalu's party feels Shahabuddin's son for election. Republic Shahabuddin files back in focus. RJD's hand with Jungle Raj, waiting tonight at 9 p.m.
Violence once again erupted inside the Jawaharlal Nehru University campus, this time over a divisive remark. Several students were injured in overnight clashes between AISA and ABVP. Both sides are blaming each other. With elections around the corner, the fight has now turned ugly.
Tension and chaos at JNU School of Social Sciences. A general body meeting spirals into a violent clash, and once again, left and right student groups square off. Several students injured in the brawl. Pushing, shoving, and panic gripped the campus. Amid the chaos, the JNUSU president adjourned the meeting. The trigger, a heated exchange over a controversial remark allegedly made by a left-affiliated councillor.
जब कॉल हुई, मीटिंग एडजॉर्न हुई, तो उसको स्थगित कर दिया गया हमेशा के लिए, क्योंकि 24 घंटे के अंदर कॉल देना होता है, और ये आदमी बोल रहा है कि 3 घंटे के अंदर कॉल पे ट्रिपल एस के अंदर जीवीएम होगी। इन्होंने लोकतंत्र की पूरी तरह से हत्या कर दी है ट्रिपल एस के अंदर।
The BJP student wing ABVP claims the remark insulted students from Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, calling it divisive and unacceptable. Left wing All India Students Association accuses the ABVP of hooliganism. ABVP counters that JNU Student Union President Nitish Kumar himself led the attack. General body meetings are currently underway ahead of JNUSU polls. The All India Students Association holds 3 panel positions. ABVP 1 and rivalry runs deep. And with just days to go for voting, the clash has only raised the political temperatures on campus.
Trump goes after India's Russian oil imports. MEA immediately rebuts Trump's claims. Numbers don't lie, imports steady, India defiant. Debating tonight at 8:30 p.m.
We're also now going to take a look at what's making headlines across the country.
Bharat 1 Minute, brought to you by Canara Bank. Together we can.
In view of Diwali 2025, Ayodhya police conducted a foot march with heavy force. Necessary arrangements are already being ensured for the upcoming Diwali. From traffic management to security arrangements, the UP police ensuring safety ahead of the upcoming Ayodhya Diwali. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister N. Chandrababu Naidu welcomed Prime Minister Modi to the state. Naidu was accompanied by Governor and State Minister Nara Lokesh. Prime Minister Modi will be inaugurating and laying the foundation stone of multiple development projects worth around 13,430 crores in Kurnool today. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath paid last respects to Sant Chanduram, the renowned Sindhi religious Pitadishwar of Shanti Ashram, who passed away yesterday. And Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, along with Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, visits Symbiosis University in Pune. Maharashtra Minister Chandrakant Patil was also present.
Pakistan bites the dust against Afghan forces. Tanks captured, banners hoisted, Pakistan army bleeds. How the Pakistan sabotage of the Afghan ceasefire has backfired. Debating tonight at 8 p.m.
External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar addressed the United Nations troop contributing countries' chief conclave, highlighting India's approach to peacekeeping rooted in its civilizational ethos.
The upholders and the messengers of peace. You reflect the strength of an institution that has, for nearly 8 decades now, stood out as a beacon of hope in a conflict-ridden world, United Nations peacekeeping. As Foreign Minister of a country that has contributed immensely to this cause, I'm here to share our perspectives, not only on the challenges before us, but also on the principles that must guide us in shaping the future of global peace and security. India approaches peacekeeping from its civilizational ethos. We see the world as one family, a vision enshrined in the timeless phrase of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. This is not just cultural wisdom, but an outlook that anchors our worldview. It is why India has consistently advocated for justice, dignity, opportunity, and prosperity for all societies and peoples. It is also why we place our faith in multilateralism and international partnerships. The global challenges we face, from pandemics to terrorism and economic instability to climate change, these challenges are interconnected and they transcend national borders. Our responses, therefore, must be more cooperation, transcending the competitive aspects of international politics. The natural starting point for such collaboration is the United Nations.
Lalu's party fields Shahabuddin's son for election. Republic Shahabuddin files back in focus. RJD's hand with Jungle Raj, debating tonight at 9 p.m.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates: IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur, and Amity University.
Some places feel like they've been waiting for you, where every piece speaks of legacy, from diamonds that celebrate ambition to festive gold that honors tradition. LD Sons.
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला living my best life.
Mindfully crafted home decor fabrics. Sansar, a D-Decor brand. Live consciously.
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
Living my best life.
Mindfully crafted home decor fabrics. Sansar, a D-Decor brand. Live consciously.
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला।
ऑपरेशन सिंदूर के दौरान 20 मिनट के अवधि में 40 करोड़ अटैक आए थे, खाली हमारी वेबसाइट को बंद करने के लिए, जिससे एक मोरल विक्ट्री मिले। ऐसा नहीं कि हम लोग वेबसाइट के जरिए ट्रेडिंग करते हैं, हम तो वेबसाइट के जरिए इन्फॉर्मेशन देते हैं। ट्रेडिंग तो अलग तरीके से होता है।
सर, मैं इसलिए आपसे एक महत्वपूर्ण सवाल करना चाहता हूँ, क्योंकि आपने कहा कि बहुत सारे लोग आ रहे हैं और हर घर में आपका टच है, लेकिन इस समय सर एक और सवाल आता है, क्योंकि जो 1990s में हुआ भारतीय मार्केट के साथ, वो एक डर बना हुआ है लोगों के जहन में कि ऐसा फिर तो नहीं हो जाएगा, कहीं कुछ गड़बड़ तो नहीं हो जाएगी। तो इसके लिए हम कितने प्रतिबद्ध हैं, क्योंकि आज हम देख रहे हैं ये फ़ोन जो हमारे हाथ में है, इसको कोई हैक कर लेता है, कोई आप UPI पेमेंट करते हैं, आपका अकाउंट खाली हो जाता है, आपको कोई ऐसी लिंक्स आती हैं, आप क्लिक करते हैं, पैसे चले जाते हैं। तो इसके लिए हम कितने तैयार हैं, क्योंकि हमने कई ऐसी अभी हाल ही में
Republic Jack Oliver's studio. Stay tuned for all the breaking news and updates. I am Tanisha Awasthi. Let's get started.
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में हाइकिंग शिप भी बन सकती है।
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला।
Some places feel like they've been waiting for you, where every piece speaks of legacy, from diamonds that celebrate ambition to festive gold that honors tradition. LD Sons.
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला। Living my best life.
Mindfully crafted home decor fabrics. Sansar, a D-Decor brand. Live consciously.
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता, उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ,
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है, सबका राजा हार्डवेयर मसाला। भारत की अपनी दुकान, इंडिया सोना, अपने देश का सामान, इंडिया सोना, इंडिया सोना, इंडिया सोना। आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता, उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ,
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है, सबका राजा हार्डवेयर मसाला।
अच्छा, पंकज त्रिपाठी या मनोज वाजपेयी?
ना मनोज वाजपेयी।
कई सारे मीम्स बने, आपने देखे भी होंगे, लेकिन ऐसा कौन सा वो मीम है जिसे आप अकेले में देखते हैं और खुद हंसते भी हैं, हंसी के ठाके भी लगाते हैं?
जी, वो एक है जो इम्प्रोवाइज है। हाँ। उसका नाम है इट नेचुरल ब्यूटी है।
अच्छा, पंकज त्रिपाठी या मनोज वाजपेयी?
ना मनोज वाजपेयी।
क्यों?
वो एक ऐसे अभिनेता हैं, देखिए उससे पहले कौन दो डिटेक्ट करेंगे, शत्रुघ्न सिन्हा जी और शेखर सुमन जी, लेकिन उनकी स्टोरियां पढ़ के रास्ता नहीं पता चला, क्योंकि हम लोग 81 की पैदाइश है, तो 98 में आई सत्या, 97 में भारत 50 साल हुआ आज़ादी का, और 98 में आई सत्या। सत्या के बाद जो अखबारों में, जो इंटरव्यू में जो इस तरह के उसमें मनोज वाजपेयी जी ने बोला, वो एक
Pakistan bites the dust against Afghan forces. Tanks captured, banners hoisted, Pakistan army bleeds. How the Pakistan sabotage of the Afghan ceasefire has backfired. Debating tonight at 8 p.m. Lalu's party fields Shahabuddin's son for election. Republic Shahabuddin files back in focus. RJD's hand with Jungle Raj, debating tonight at 9 p.m.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
exclusive.
is acting having in mind the interests, the national interests of this country in the first place. And our cooperation in energy is very much in tune of those interests.
Russian envoy responds to Donald Trump's oil claims, says India-Russia energy ties are in sync. RJD fields gangster Shahabuddin's son for the Bihar elections. Lalu and Shahabuddin relations being taken forward by Lalu's son and Shahabuddin's son. The politician Don nexus in Bihar continues. Ladies and gentlemen, how many times in the past have we seen Pakistan abandon its own soldiers? How many videos have we seen in the past of Pakistani soldiers saying they've been dumped by their own country? They don the uniform for Pakistan, but they've been dumped by their country. And we have exclusive videos coming in. Afghanistan forces have shared some exclusive videos from Republic TV, with Republic TV. And these are videos of Pakistan abandoning its soldiers' bodies and how these bodies are being packed, given an honorable send-off by the Afghan forces and the Taliban. And this afternoon at 3 p.m., exclusive pictures, ladies and gentlemen, exclusive pictures on Republic TV. Only we have access to these pictures. And these are videos shared by the Afghan government of how Pakistan abandoned its own soldiers. For the first time, we are seeing these pictures of how Pakistan left behind the bodies of its soldiers in Spin Boldak, in the different areas where they engaged with the Afghan forces. And we spoke to a few sources in the Afghanistan army, in the Afghanistan armed forces, who confirmed that many soldiers' bodies were left behind. They have even shared videos of Pakistani soldiers' bodies being left behind. Let's go full frame to the videos of the bodies, please. The full frame pictures of the bodies of the Pakistan soldiers. This is the video that was shared with us. And they confirmed that this afternoon at 3 p.m., they dialed the Pakistanis and requested the Pakistanis to take the soldiers' bodies back and ensure it reaches the families of the Pakistani soldiers. The Afghan forces are doing it. It's what Pakistan should have done, left the dead behind. Let me go across to Lieutenant General Kamaljeet Singh. Lieutenant General Kamaljeet Singh is a former army commander, state information commissioner, and has been an advisor to the Chief Minister of Haryana in the past. Lieutenant General, you're looking at these pictures, sir. It's not the first time Pakistan has done it, but every time there's a conflict, Pakistan ends up doing this. Sir, what does it say about the Pakistani army? I'd like to get your view on that.
See, Jai Hind to your viewers. I have deep sense of regret at an army abandoning its fallen comrades. We saw it in Kargil, and we had this thing of Indian army exhuming those remains, getting them out in certain cases, handing over bodies. And there is this story of Captain Karnal Sheikh, who got a very high gallantry award in Pakistan. He was also left abandoned over there. So it's nothing new for Pakistan. In that case, they completely forgot about those Shia Northern Light Infantry soldiers who were initially brought in masquerading as Fidain or Mujahideen, but later they were left abandoned over there. What we see now is very disturbing, something which should not happen. This so-called ceasefire, which has been called, has thrown up a lot of questions. Who asked for this ceasefire? For how long will this ceasefire last? Because it is said that Pakistan ran to Qatar and Saudi Arabia to somehow get this ceasefire because they had suffered very heavy losses. In any case, on Durand Line, across towards Pakistan, the writ of Pakistan state does not run over there. There is a kind of separatist movement going on. Those people are not with Pakistan state. The situation is as bad as Balochistan. And about the ceasefire, we don't know the duration. Pakistan says 48 hours, Taliban says open-ended. And also there is some talk that Pakistan has decided to play another mischief. It is now wanting to get President Trump into the whole game. See, this is taking psychophancy to very high order, building up a case for his so-called Nobel Prize. I wish President Trump success in his endeavors if they are well-meaning, but manipulation of him like this, he should be careful about. He should be wary about it. Pakistan can be a short-term asset. India is a long-term partner. They should realize this, because in the past, Pakistan has been let down many times. America has been let down by Pakistan many times. So if Pakistan and correspondingly, Pakistan has also been just abandoned by these countries when their interests are met. So I hope American state, deep state, takes this into account, looks at the long-term interests, doesn't meddle in this conflict, allows Qatar and Saudi Arabia to sort it out, and puts some sense into Pakistan's mind. You can't resolve a separatist movement by inordinate or indiscriminate use of force. So that is my take on this. I am distressed, I am worried, and I hope Pakistan state takes ownership of their fallen soldiers.
So, I have some more breaking news updates coming in right now. And let me go across to the next. Lieutenant General, stay with me, sir. General, stay with me because I have some more news coming in. We have a breaking news update coming in from Pakistan now that the Prime Minister of Pakistan, Shehbaz Sharif, has responded a few minutes back saying that his government was ready to talk to Afghanistan. They've been hammered by Afghanistan, and they are saying, okay, let's talk now. Shehbaz Sharif, what he has also done smartly is trying to link the attack on Afghanistan to Muttaqi's visit to India. This is the official quote. General, they have said, this is Shehbaz Sharif who has said, unfortunately, despite all efforts, this was not possible. And when this attack was ongoing on Pakistan and on complete Indian incitement, their foreign minister Muttaqi was in New Delhi, so we were forced to provide a comprehensive response by the Pakistani army. So they're indirectly saying that they attacked Afghanistan because Muttaqi was in India, we could not dial him. They're linking the attack to Muttaqi's visit to India directly. Now it's official now.
See, Muttaqi may have come to India. Firstly, see the chronology of events as they unfolded. Muttaqi had just about landed in India when Pakistan attacked certain targets in Spin Boldak and other areas, even in outlying areas of Kabul. And in any case, Muttaqi is just the foreign minister. The real power in Pakistan lies with the Kandahar Shura, with Haibatullah Akhundzada, with Hassan Akhund, who's the prime minister, and with Haqqani brothers. So how does Muttaqi suddenly acquire a relevance larger than the Amir al-Momin of Afghanistan, the Prime Minister of Pakistan, the Deputy Prime Minister of Pakistan, and the people who effectively run the government over there? So this is strange. I fail to understand why should they try to do these kind of theatrics. See, Pakistan has been doing too much of it. It happened at Sharm el-Sheikh, where their prime minister, in a very, very demeaning and sycophantic manner, praised President Trump. That's not how statesmen articulate their views in such an important summit. And now this mischief again. So this is entire game which is being played out. I'm sure Indian state is vigilant, careful, but more than that, I will appeal to American deep state, to countries like Qatar and Saudi Arabia, to not fall prey to this kind of gaming, this kind of theatrics. It's a problem created by Pakistan for its Baluch people and Pakhtun people, Pashtuns. And it's a problem which is going on for many decades. We've seen quite a few campaigns carried out to somehow put down this separatist movement. But now there is a new element, Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, which is acquired. See, in this year, we are only in October, 2,400 people have been killed in Pakistan because of this violence which is going on. It's a very high level of casualty which is climbed up. And it is going to further add up by the end of the year. So this may become one of the most violent years in Pakistan. So Pakistan, and see, even in hinterland of Pakistan, the TLP leader who's been shot, there is a problem around that. He's got large following. Tehreek Pakistan, which is not a militant organization, but has very large following. So he's also been shot. So Pakistan has a lot of problems to address on a strategic plane. While Pakistan has geographical relevance, it is located strategically, but it has got a critical vulnerability of limited depth. It seeks to address this by looking westwards, by adding Afghanistan as its natural sort of backyard. Yes. Well, that may not happen. Taliban will not allow it. So Taliban are independent-minded people. They have made sure that Russians, Americans, none of them could, before that Britishers, except for Hari Singh Nalwa during Maharaja Ranjit Singh's time, nobody could set an empire over there. So this is a very false and very strange kind of quest that Pakistan is indulging in. I think it will be prudent on their part to give it up and let Taliban run Afghanistan. They want to run and seek peace and reconciliation within Pakistan, with Balochistan and with Pashtun people.
Yeah. Sir, I have another breaking news update coming in. Let me go across to Hashmat, sir. My colleague Hashmat is en route Kandahar. He was in Kabul. He's en route Kandahar. He's on the screen right now. So I want to go to him with those pictures of the bodies of the Pakistani soldiers left behind. Because I have also received some pictures right now, Hashmat, of Pakistani soldiers, photos that were released by the Afghanistan government and Afghanistan forces. These are photos that came in of Pakistan soldiers who were killed. The proof, Pakistan is being hammered in this. I mean, look at the kind of headline, right? They begged for a ceasefire in Operation Sindoor. They begged for a ceasefire in the Afghan war, went running to Qatar and Saudi Arabia, and they've been forced to, rebut the statements coming in from Afghanistan. Afghanistan is putting out videos. Afghanistan is putting out pictures of the Pakistani soldiers. How many in all, what do we know of how many Pakistani soldiers in all have been killed since the war began? And if you can take us over these pictures. Hashmat is in Kandahar. Hashmat.
Yeah. Good evening to all. As you share some videos and pictures, in the last clashes between Afghan and Pakistan Army. That we have reported dozens of Pakistani soldiers have been killed and some of them be arrested by Afghan border police. Also, today some of the bodies of the armies have been released to point. I have some reported in Konar and also in Spinbuldak of Kandahar. Unfortunately, Pakistan did a lot against the rules, against all the rules of humanity. They tried last night again on no place, but we didn't have to report about casualty. But in Kandahar, I think one civilian will, I think,
Okay, bad line there, bad line. Those are exclusive pictures that we've received of Pakistani soldiers who were killed in the war with Afghanistan. They left the bodies behind, and we had those videos as well. So we'll put out both the pictures, the still images of the Pakistani soldiers who were killed, and the bodies of the Pakistani soldiers. So the proof is right there. Hashmat is traveling, is on the road to Kandahar. So Republic has been live from Kabul and is now going to be live from Kandahar. So look at the pictures, the plight of Pakistan right now. Hammered, asked for a ceasefire, couldn't even take back. They didn't want to take back the bodies of their own soldiers. On the left of your screen are pictures, still images of the Pakistani soldiers who were eliminated in the war with Afghanistan. And these pictures are being shared by the Afghanistan government and the Afghanistan forces, also being reported by the Afghan media. And on the right, those are coffins that have been prepared. By the way, honorable send-off being given by the Afghan forces and Taliban to the Pakistani soldiers who were left behind. At 3 p.m. this afternoon, the bodies were handed over to Pakistan across the border. And these are some more pictures that came in. In fact, I have another breaking news update coming in. There is a stand of the MEA that I want to highlight right now. The Ministry of External Affairs has also responded. So let's go across to the next breaking news update and then go to Lieutenant General to get a last word. And these are pictures coming in. And those are pictures of the soldiers who are abandoned by Pakistan. Let's now get you India's official response, ladies and gentlemen. On the tensions between Pakistan and Afghanistan, India has taken a stand. And this evening, this was the official stand of the Ministry of External Affairs, saying that three things are clear. Three things are clear as of this minute. And one of them is that Pakistan is a terror sponsor and that Pakistan has been harboring terror groups. And then India went on to say that it's an old practice of Pakistan to blame its neighbors, blame India for own internal failures, and that Pakistan was infuriated with Afghanistan exercising sovereignty over its own territories, and that India remains fully committed to the sovereignty, territorial integrity, independence of Afghanistan. So we've stood with Afghanistan firmly in the first official response that came in this evening. So on the show, as we get you exclusive pictures of the bodies of the Pakistani soldiers, the pictures for the first time, these are pictures that Pakistan will not accept, admit, or even show on its own television. Let's now play out what India has said. A few minutes back, there was a news conference. This was the official response.
We are closely monitoring the situation. Three things are clear. One, that Pakistan hosts terrorist organizations and sponsors terrorist activities. Two, it is an old practice of Pakistan to blame its neighbors for its own internal failures. And three, Pakistan is infuriated with Afghanistan exercising sovereignty over its own territories. India remains fully committed to the sovereignty, territorial integrity, and independence of Afghanistan.
Yeah. If I can get your final response to it, Lieutenant General KJ Singh, of the stand that India has taken, of course, calling out Pakistan for what it's done in Afghanistan and also standing by Kabul, I think the message is clear from Delhi.
See, India has taken this. This is a stand which India has taken for many decades. We don't interfere in internal affairs of our neighbors. We have always believed in Afghans must seek a solution within themselves. The people of Afghanistan must decide what they want to do. this stand India has taken for last so many decades. So India has once again reiterated that stand. And who can even question or doubt the fact that the area where this entire thing is rolling out is the nursery of terrorists. Large number of terrorist groups which are creating problem not only in the neighboring areas, even in Turkmenistan and Xinjiang and Uzbekistan, Iran also. I'm telling you, Pakistan has a problem with another neighbor of its, Iran. They have had exchange of fire over there also. And there has been exchange of missile fire and bombing also carried out. So it's not as if Pakistan only blames India, it also blames at times Iran. So to that extent, our stand is very constant. And it is right that Pakistan is very, because see, the entire plot is falling out. You feel that Afghanistan is your backyard, your natural hinterland. But that is not happening. You think Afghanistan is your strategic depth, but it is becoming your vulnerability. It is becoming a challenge for you.
Yes.
Because see, Durand line is a very artificial line. It is really a line which is not defined, not respected by tribes over there. There are various tribes, Masouds and Afridis, and they live on both sides of this line. They don't respect this line at all.
Yeah.
And they have marriages across, they have functions across, and would you believe it? There are some criminal cases which are taken from this side, Peshawar, to that side, in courts over there.
General Singh.
Because they trust the tribal courts over there.
General Singh, I'm getting in some breaking news visuals right now of External Affairs Minister Jaishankar. I'd have to cut across to that. So I'm thanking you at this point, General Singh. These are pictures now coming in of Egyptian Foreign Minister who is meeting our External Affairs Minister, S. Jaishankar. These are pictures coming in from New Delhi as the Egyptian Foreign Minister arrived in Delhi to participate in the India-Egypt Strategic Dialogue. India-Egypt Strategic Dialogue. That's the summit. India-Egypt Strategic Dialogue that is underway in the national capital. And this meeting is an opportunity for both India and Egypt to review the progress made in implementing the India-Egypt Strategic Partnership and to exchange views on regional global issues. And this is the first such summit, first India-Egypt Strategic Dialogue, an opportunity to review progress in the implementation of India-Egypt Strategic Partnership, exchange views on regional and global issues. Interestingly, a few days back, it was in Egypt where Donald Trump held the Middle East Peace Summit. So interesting developments. That's a live bilateral meeting that's on between both Egypt and India. So on that note, we'll take a short break and get you a comprehensive report on the inaugural India-Egypt Strategic Dialogue. So 3 big debates coming up, ladies and gentlemen. At 8 p.m, Arnab is looking at the India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, the entire debate around it and how Pakistan has tried to blame India when it's getting hammered by the Afghans. You just saw the pictures. Big debate with Arnab at 8 p.m. and at 9 p.m, the debate around the ticket to Don Shahabuddin's son. 3 debates at 9 p.m. Stay tuned.
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar.
मुस्कुराए लड़खड़ाए जिंदगी चाहे जो भी हो।
सर, पेशेंट के लिए कौन सा रूम प्रेफर करेंगे आप?
जिंदगी भर के प्यार का कोई रेट कार्ड नहीं होता। टाटा AIG हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस, विद यू लाइक फैमिली, विद यू ऑलवेज।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरीडे।
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग शिप भी बन सकती है।
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
Some places feel like they've been waiting for you, where every piece speaks of legacy, from diamonds that celebrate ambition to festive gold that honors tradition. LD Sons.
MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च, living my best life.
Mindfully crafted home decor fabrics. Sansar, a D-Decor brand. Live consciously.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा, मसाला।
अच्छा, पंकज त्रिपाठी या मनोज वाजपेयी?
ना मनोज वाजपेयी।
कई सारे मीम्स बने, आपने देखे भी होंगे, लेकिन ऐसा कौन सा वो मीम है जिसे आप अकेले में देखते हैं और खुद हंसते भी हैं, हंसी के ठाके भी लगाते हैं?
जी, वो एक है जो इम्प्रोवाइज है। हाँ। उसका नाम है इट नेचुरल ब्यूटी है।
अच्छा, पंकज त्रिपाठी या मनोज वाजपेयी?
ना मनोज वाजपेयी।
क्यों?
वो एक ऐसे अभिनेता हैं, देखिए उससे पहले कौन दो डिटेक्ट करेंगे, शत्रुघ्न सिन्हा जी और शेखर सुमन जी, लेकिन उनकी स्टोरियां पढ़ के रास्ता नहीं पता चला। क्योंकि हम लोग 81 की पैदाइश है, तो 98 में आई सत्या, 97 में भारत 50 साल हुआ आज़ादी का, और 98 में आई सत्या। सत्या के बाद जो अखबारों में, जो इंटरव्यू में जो इस तरह के उसमें मनोज वाजपेयी जी ने बोला, वो एक
Pakistan bites the dust against Afghan forces. Tanks captured, banners hoisted, Pakistan army bleeds. How the Pakistan sabotage of the Afghan ceasefire has backfired. Debating tonight at 8 p.m.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Welcome viewers to the show that brings you the stories that are taking the internet by a storm. And top of the charts is Donald Trump and his lies. Liar, liar, Trump's claims are set on fire by New Delhi today on Russian oil imports. We'll tell you how, from the response to data, the facts and the numbers, statistics, they'll all bust Trump's lies. And then we move on to the story coming in from Mumbai. How a baby was delivered at a train station. The one who recorded the incident will be joining us live. And also we tell you about a third firing that has happened at Kapil Sharma's cafe in Canada. He's on target yet again. This is trending, and we have a lot more packed up with you, packed up on the show. I am Rakshita Mishra with you, viewers. Let's get started. Now, Trump and his tall tale of lies continues, ladies and gentlemen. The ongoing geopolitical clash over Russian oil imports has long highlighted India's firm stance in preserving its energy security despite mounting pressure from the United States, which was momentarily thrown astray by US President Donald Trump's statement at the White House. He went on to claim that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has assured him that India will no longer be purchasing oil from Russia. Listen in.
You view India as a reliable partner going forward, and are you planning to meet Prime Minister Modi in Malaysia? Are you open to talks?
Yeah, sure. He's a friend of mine. We have a great relationship. He just said that 2 days ago, as you know. We have a great relationship. No, we were not happy with him buying oil from Russia, because that lets Russia continue on with this ridiculous war where they've lost 1.5 million people, by the way. Russia's lost 1.5 million people, soldiers mostly. This is a war that should have never started, but it's a war that Russia should have won in the first week, and they're going into the 4th year. And I want to see it stop. So I was not happy that India was buying oil. And he assured me today that they will not be buying oil from Russia. That's a big stop.
India viewers, via the Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson Ranveer Jaiswal soon stepped in to clarify India's stance, India's side amid the hue and cry. He emphasized upon India's import policy being solely driven by safeguarding the interests of Indian consumers amid volatile global energy markets. While he did refrain from direct comment on any Trump of the. In fact, he has set the record straight just a while back in a press conference. Ranveer Jaiswal has said that there was no phone call between Modi and Donald Trump.
See, on the issue of energy sourcing, we have made a statement. This was put out in the morning today. We would request you to look at that particular statement for the questions that you have. On the question of whether there was a conversation or a telephone call between Prime Minister Modi and President Trump, I am not aware of any conversation yesterday.
And viewers, that was MEA saying there was no phone call, no conversation. Now, as a matter of fact, viewers, India remains one of the biggest buyers of Russian energy, second only to China. Here are the statistics. New data from the Center for Research on Energy and Clean Air shows Indian refiners purchased 2.5 billion rupee worth of Russian crude in September, compared to China's 3.2 billion. India also ranked second in imports of Russian coal and refined fuels, bringing total fossil fuel imports to 3.6 billion. And overall, China held the top spot among global buyers of Russian fossil fuels, followed by India, Turkey, the European Union and South Korea. So viewers, this is not the first time that Donald Trump has been lying. It's not the first time he has indulged in this sort of claims. At this rate, most of what Trump says will go by unheard, uncared for, much like the boy who cried wolf over the past year itself. Here are just 3 instances that we are bringing to you of the US president making tall claims that do not stand.
Made us a very kind nation because a lot of people aren't dying. I use it for purposes of stopping wars. I love stopping wars. And sort of interesting, I'll be the only president, I don't think any president stopped one war. I stopped 8 wars in 8 months. Did I get a Nobel Prize? No. Can you believe it? Even I said, yeah, that's an impossible one. But it's all right. I think next year will be better. Well, we're putting out tough savings because we are taking in hundreds of millions of dollars, not only from China, from other countries. We've become a wealthy country again. And the tariffs have given us a diplomatic strength. They've given us negotiating strength. I settled a few of the wars just based on tariffs. I said, as an example, with India and with Pakistan, I said, if you guys want to fight a war and you have nuclear weapons, I'm going to put big tariffs on you both, like 100%, 150, and 200%. No, don't do that. I said, I'm putting tariffs. I had that thing settled in 24 hours. If I didn't have tariffs, you could have never settled that one. Have the power of tariffs, you would have at least 4 of the 7 wars raging. I use tariffs to stop wars. If you look at India and Pakistan, they were ready to go at it. 7 planes we shot down. They were ready to go at it. And then nuclear powers. And I don't want to say exactly what I said, but what I said was very effective. They stopped. And that was based on tariffs. It was based on trade.
US internet did not hold back on calling out Trump for his 4 claims, and the barrage of memes that netizens have let out show it too. From bashing Trump for the lies to urging fellow Indians to look out for India's official response, netizens have done it all and, of course, called out Trump for his bluff. And we have strategic affairs expert Brahma Chalani joining us on the broadcast. Good evening, Mr. Chalani, for joining us on Republic TV, sir. You know, time after time we see Donald Trump is lying about ceasefires, lying about tariffs, and this time again he goes on record to claim about a conversation that Prime Minister Modi had with him, assuring that India will stop buying Russian oil. You have, on the other hand, just a while back, we